Wait, there are nice offices in this building?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm wearing a hat.
The only smart one.
I'm a tropical people.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I want to begin with just a few words about the winter weather that continues to linger across our city. First, city workers continue their remarkable efforts to lift millions of tons of snow off of city streets. DSNY workers have worked relentlessly to melt over 122 million pounds of snow and to lay more than 209 million pounds of salt across New York. As of 8 a.m. this morning, workers have cleared 44,646 crosswalks, 16,532 bus stops, and 9,764 fire hydrants. A severe cold front continues to bear down on our city. Today is our 11th consecutive day of below freezing weather, and we could very well be in the middle of the longest period of consecutive sub-32 degree weather in our city's entire history. Without temperatures rising above freezing, snow has hardened into blocks of ice. But the greatest danger posed by this sustained cold is to vulnerable New Yorkers who remain exposed to the elements. As of this morning, 16 of our fellow New Yorkers have passed away outside during this brutal stretch of cold. In 13 of these cases, preliminary findings indicate that hypothermia played a role, and 3 of these deaths appear to be overdose deaths. We await final results from the medical examiner's office and will inform New Yorkers as we learn more. Each of these lives lost is a tragedy. My heart was with the family of those mourning their loved ones. We are continuing to do everything in our power to get every New Yorker into a shelter where they will be warm. The cold is showing no signs of stopping, so neither will this city's efforts. From information available now, it appears that none of the individuals who have died outside were living in homeless encampments at the time of their death. New York remains in a code blue. If you see someone in need, please call 311. Outreach workers and first responders from the NYPD and FDNY will respond and get those New Yorkers the help that they need. Our outreach workers have only intensified their work to get homeless New Yorkers into shelter. We continue to operate warming sites and warming vehicles across the 5 boroughs. We have expanded shelter capacity, relaxed intake rules, and are working with our partners across the city to increase outreach. As of this morning, we have made more than 930 placements to shelters and safe havens. We have also involuntarily transported 18 New Yorkers who were determined to be a danger to themselves or to others. We have expanded our mobile warming units to a fleet of 20, which are moving throughout the city, equipped with clinical staff to treat New Yorkers' needs and get them off the street. If you are hearing me speak right now and you are not sure if you will be looked after, please let me make myself clear. Every single person will be cared for. No one will be turned away. As part of that commitment, we have added 50 new single-room shelter units for those who are uncomfortable with other forms of shelter, because we want every New Yorker to know that shelter is there if they need it. And as I said this weekend, while city government will not rest in this work, we ask New Yorkers to do their part as well. Please check in on your neighbors, especially more vulnerable New Yorkers like those with disabilities, older adults, and those who lack reliable access to heat. We will get through this cold, and we will get through it together by looking out for one another and by caring for one another. Now, for today's remarks. On January 1st, 1990, 36 years, 1 month, and 1 day ago, David Dinkins was sworn in as the first black mayor of our incredible city. As he delivered his inaugural address that day, he laid out a vision for all of us. We will never be mean-spirited, and we must never lose sight of our dreams. We are together today to not only pay homage to the legacy of a great New Yorker, but to fulfill those words, as we make it just a little bit easier for New Yorkers to keep sight of our dreams and of this city we all love. As we mark Black History Month, we are celebrating a city that has been sculpted in millions of ways by millions of black New Yorkers, those who walk our streets today and those who came before. They are jazz musicians who reinvented what music could be, academics and scientists who push forward the scope and scale of human thought, artists of all kind whose canvases captured the true breadth of this city and all who call it home, and politicians like Mayor Dinkins, who made our city better, fairer, and more aspirational. In many ways, Mayor Dinkins was ahead of his time. He tied racial justice to economic justice, worked tirelessly to uplift poor New Yorkers, and strived to close the gap between the wealthiest of this city and the most impoverished. He uplifted at-risk youth, invested in the physical infrastructure of our city, and worked to unify a city that remained in many ways divided along racial lines. He spoke famously of the gorgeous mosaic that is New York, but he recognized that speaking of it wasn't enough. The tiles still had to be placed, the image carefully aligned, and from City Hall, Mayor Dinkins tended to that very mosaic. From the tower here on the 26th floor of 1 Center Street, also known as the David Dinkins Municipal Building, that mosaic reveals itself in its gorgeous totality. You can see a 360-degree view of our city, from Midtown Towers to the Atlantic Ocean, from the Brooklyn Bridge to New Jersey. And yet for too long, New Yorkers haven't been able to access this view. It's been closed off to the very people that should be seeing it. As we celebrate Mayor Dinkins' legacy, we are changing that. And I am proud to announce today that we are going to open the rooftop of the David Dinkins Municipal Building to the public of this city.
All right. Yes.
Beginning in June, we will start offering free guided tours led by DCAS staff. Visitors will be able to reserve tickets online. We're also going to invest $6 million to improve this building as we repaint the cupola, repair the rotunda, add glass barriers, and restore this one-of-a-kind civic space to a landmark befitting Mayor Dinkins' name. Mayor Dinkins paved the way for so many who followed. He was not only the first black mayor, he was also the first to have been a member of the Democratic Socialists of America. And his politics of compassion, kindness, and generosity remain a guide for me and so many others as we lead from City Hall. I am thankful for his family for being here today with us. And I am thankful for the opportunity to stand here alongside incredible elected officials and our Commissioner of DCAS to honor this great New Yorker and to encourage the next generation of New Yorkers to enjoy a new perspective of our city from the building named after a man who helped to shape that same city. Thank you very much. And now our Commissioner, Yume Kitase.
Good morning. My name is Yume Kitase, and I am the Commissioner for the Department of Citywide Administrative Services. I'm excited to join you all today as we announce this important renovation project here at 1 Center Street. Now, no shade to City Hall, but it's my duty as Commissioner to tell you that 1 Center Street, the David Dinkins Building, is the heart and soul of municipal government. 1 Center Street houses numerous critically important organizations, including my colleagues here, the 3 elected officials, multiple city agencies, and of course, DCAS. Beyond the building's practical and architectural significance to the city, it's also a symbolic landmark. It was constructed over a century ago, and it represents our city's long-standing commitment to public service. And from here, where we stand on the 25th floor, we can see the cupola, one of the most recognizable and iconic features of the historic building rising above us. Over the years, the tower has stood witness to generations of civil servants. It's now our responsibility to make sure it stays resilient and beautiful for decades to come. To preserve its legacy, we are excited to announce this major rehabilitation effort. And through this $6 million project, we will be completing a variety of thorough exterior and interior renovations. This will restore the tower visually and strengthen its functionality through upgrades such as safety glass and ceiling netting, and overall extend the life of the facility. Perhaps most exciting, we are thrilled that we'll be providing public access to this stunning piece of history. And through its increased accessibility, we will open up the previously closed section, as the mayor mentioned, to tours, which we are excited to lead. We're going to make it iconic building a must-see bucket item for all New Yorkers. Before I conclude, I just want to offer thanks to Mayor Mamdani for prioritizing this renovation and to our DCAS facilities management construction team who have been spearheading this effort and also came out here this morning to shovel all the snow off of this roof. Thanks to all of our partners involved in this project as well. Your dedication helps the historic spaces like this continue to inspire and serve New Yorkers, and we are very excited to see the finished tower this summer, and I'm looking forward to celebrating its completion with all of you together. Thank you.
Now our Controller, Mark Levine.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. We tortured the press corps on Inauguration Day for 4 hours on the plaza. You're suffering today. Tomorrow we're doing a press conference on the ice on the Hudson River. I agree with you, Yume. This building is one of the great symbols of the city. It was built for that purpose right after the 5 boroughs were combined to represent the power of this new government It was built to have a public observation deck. That's how they did it back then. The Woolworth building had a public observation deck. The Singer building had one. The MetLife building had one. It was this incredible public spirit that New Yorkers should be able to take in these views. It's a view of the city that is inspiring, something that I know David Dinkins himself often remarked about. He loved to take in the views of the Brooklyn Bridge. He was in this building for more than any other part of his career in city government, 14 years total. Some of his greatest accomplishments were in this building. He saved uptown Manhattan as borough president, and it meant a great deal to me to spend 4 years in that office. We still have a shower there, borough president, that Mayor Dinkins used after he would come in from playing tennis. And it still works. It still works,
I'll
yes.
have to try it out.
Yes, indeed. Come on by anytime, Mr. Mayor, if you want.
I got a shower too.
But for 90 years, the cupola designed to be open to the public has been closed. And I want to shout out Moses Gates from RPA. I don't know if he's here. He's been agitating for this for years so that New York can catch up. Madrid has a free public observation tower. Tokyo has one. London has two. Guys, you know Albany has one, right? Did you ever go on the top of the Corning Tower? Yeah, did you?
Oh, yeah,
So
many times.
Many times, yeah? Okay.
Sadly.
All right. So we're going to catch up to those great global capitals, Albany accepted, and we're going to make this a public destination for the people of New York City to take in the beauty of this expansive metropolis. And we're not going to come back here till it's at least 80 degrees out. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
And now the warmest man on this stage, Public Advocate Jumaane Williams.
This is cursing weather, for sure. Peace and blessing, love and light to everybody. Woo! Welcome to the Municipal Building as one of its tenants. I've been staying up this space for a pretty long time, even before I was in office, so it's awesome to be here. I think this is probably my second time up here. This is awesome that the city's going to be able to view this. My team has been pushing for public spaces like this one to be open to the public. So I'm very glad that the mayor decided to do that. I would have probably chosen summertime when we could have complained about how hot it is. But I am happy that it'll be open for summertime. New York's history, like its government, should be for the people. The building is named for David Dinkins, and now New Yorkers will have the opportunity to see the city that David Dinkins did. The gorgeous mosaic. We can look around and see our different boroughs. I remember very much when David Dinkins was elected, and as now, again, the highest ranking elected city who was black, it is an honor to be here. I remember when Malik from Trial Court Crest said, "Mr. Dinkins, will you please be my mayor?" That meant a lot to a lot of us who hadn't seen ourselves in government. And so now they'll get to see the patchwork of people who have come together. As you circle this building, as you look out, you'll see neighborhoods built by so many backgrounds, woven together through time and community. It really does make the city feel like a miracle. And I have to add that my comms director who wrote this sentence loves designing historical adventures and code-breaking quests that take people to famous sites around the city. So between this and the scavenger hunt last summer, Mr. Mayor, you're targeting him, and I know the city is better off already for him. Now, as a gift, I'm not going to read the rest of this because it's really, really cold. But I just want to say thank you so much for opening this up, and the city is going to have a great point of view to look at the gorgeous mosaic that David Dinkins spoke about. Thanks again.
All right.
And now our Borough President, Brad Hoylman-Siegel.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Brad Hoylman-Siegel, what an honor to be here with one former borough president. You know, both of us during our campaigns had promised to open up the cupola to the public, and you fulfilled our campaign promise. I didn't even have to do anything about it, but thank you, Mr. Mayor, for that. You know, it's an honor to be here at the beginning of Black History Month because there have been such a history of great leaders in the Manhattan Borough President's office. Constance Baker Motley, the first black woman federal judge, Percy Sutton, C. Virginia Fields, and of course, David Dinkins, who we are honoring today in this amazing building. You know, Stanford White, his storied architectural firm, built this building. They had also built the Brooklyn Museum, and of course, the demolished Penn Station. So I'm sure that those architects wanted the public to see these incredible details, including civic fame, that statue that stands atop and represents the consolidation of the 5 boroughs. So thanks to the mayor, you don't have to pay $50 to get up here like you do at the Edge in Hudson Yards or the Empire State Building, or $50 to go to the top of the Rock. New Yorkers can see these views for free. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right.
We will never light this building up for the Patriots. And now New Yorkers, when I ask themselves, can I view it? Yes, you can. Okay, I wish you guys could see your faces from here. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm all right. How are you?